Hey, this is Scott Adams. Welcome back to the video blog. It's been a little while since I've sent one out. Many of you probably know, and most do not. I'm a pretty avid sailboat racer. I was in a little accident. It's pretty exciting. Let's get together and talk about it sometime. I'll tell you all about it. But I've been out for a couple of months. We're back. The team is functioning at a super high level. November was our best month ever in history, and we look forward to talking to you about 2017 and what's in our real estate future. Before we get started, a couple of buttons for you to take a look at on the website. There's a instant home valuation button that'll give you a quick idea of where you are in where your current home's valued if you're thinking about selling in 2017. Also, every house that's available in the Atlanta metro market is available to search right here. It's Search All Homes just below us here. So take a look around. Give me a call if I can give you any assistance. Let's talk about 2017. Hey guys, welcome back to the 2017 real estate blog. Again, I'm Scott Adams. Those of you who have bought a home in Metro Atlanta this year, make sure that you do your homestead tax exemption. Save you between 20 and 45% on your property taxes. You have to live in the house. You have had to close prior to January 1st. And then on starting January 2nd, between January 2nd and March 31st, you can file with your county. I'm going to put a list of all of the counties with links just below this video podcast today, just so that to make it easier for you. Make sure you go file your homestead tax exemption for your primary residence and save a lot of money on your taxes. Just a quick recap, 2016. And then what that means for this upcoming year. 2016 January started our spring market. About the 7th of January, we really saw the demand levels start to press the market, which was an incredibly low inventory situation. As things, more inventory began to come on the market in March and April, is kind of when we realized a little more of a balanced situation. And I think April was really, for the Atlanta market anyway, was really where we start to feel a little bit of a flattening. People had to, whereas most agents were pricing ahead of the curve because it was going up so fast. In about April or May, you had to make sure you're working with a great agent who was able to price and kind of look at what's going on in the market, the current absorption ratios, and properly get your home sellers positioned to be able to be able to first be successful, because only about 50% were successful and the other 50% failed to even sell. So probably disappointing for some sellers. That market is still relatively flat. We saw a little bit of a lightening in the demand right around the election time, which is typical with any election cycle. This was a very animated election, which was entertaining, but everything that we've seen is really typical looking at each previous election cycle. Demand is actually in December slacked off just a little bit, partially because inventory is now beginning to rise, and interest rates are beginning to tick up just a little bit. The Fed funds rate, when you hear that interest rate going up, it doesn't necessarily mean your home mortgage interest rates are going up. Sometimes it can have a little bit of an inverse effect because the mortgage interest rate's based on a 10-year treasury. Actually, I'm going to do another video blog next week to explain a little bit more about that. But coming into this new year, inventory is starting to reach a little bit of an equilibrium point, and I suspect March, April, May, we will see that really starting to occur at its most peak point when the majority of the inventory comes on market, and demand is also the highest. But I think we'll see a flattening in prices. So if you're looking to sell, between now and April are probably your best times to get on market. Give us a call, interview a couple of agents, interview us, and let's talk about what's going to make you successful for this year. If you're buying, you first want to make sure that you're working with an agent who will take a look at the property and make sure that you're not overpaying, because coming out of a hyperinflationary market to a flattening market, you can still kind of get a little bit ahead of the curve. So and it's okay a little bit, but not too, if it's an ideal property for you. So anyhow, we can talk about those things as we're focusing in on your property search and finding a new home a new home for you as well. Well, that's kind of our recap of 2016, 2017, a little bit of a forecast of what we can expect to see. Make sure you file that homestead tax exemption, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few weeks. Talk to you soon. Happy New Year.